You're listening to the Stage Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the first in a series of interviews with some of the biggest names in musical theatre, staged as part of the Shaw Theatre's Spotlight On series. Coming up in the weeks to come, we'll have interviews with Michelle Legrand, Sandy Wilson and Leslie Garrett, but we start with Marguerite star Ruthie Henshall. In future episodes, you'll hear about her most recent musical career, and she'll be taking questions from the floor. But in this first segment, Mark Shenton talked to Ruthie about her training and early career, although he started with the most recent role that she's taken, that of a judge on ITV entertainment show Dancing on Ice.
Well, they asked me to come in and with a view to having a screen test for it, and I couldn't work out why they were bringing me in. I don't skate, like Bambi on the ice, and so when I went in, they said, oh, we're looking for someone from a performance point of view, because there were always 4 skating judges and 1 performance judge, and it really wasn't a fair mix. So I think Jason was quite glad when somebody else came on board that was from a performing point of view, because he was always sort of stuck on his own,
right,
in the middle, fighting.
So you don't skate at all?
Not a bit, no.
Right. But of course, this feeds into the whole reality TV thing. I mean, Dancing on Ice has led to people like Duncan James and Suzanne Shaw appearing on shows. Claire Buckfield's about to do a tour of Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah. What's your view on the reality TV genre?
I think it's got its place, definitely. I'm more a fan of this kind of thing where somebody has to learn something, and then, you know, especially Dancing on Ice. I mean, there's real jeopardy involved. Yeah. So they're really putting themselves up for it. I'm not such a fan of... I say I'm not such a fan. I've been watching it avidly. It's Celebrity Big Brother. But I'm not a Big Brother fan. I really don't need to watch people just mooning around a house. I want to see them do something. And I think that things like Strictly Come Dancing and Dancing on Ice is really, you know, it's lovely that everyone's kind of going dancing mad and, you know, bringing back the old, dancing partnerships.
But in terms of the West End, we've had, of course, 4 series now to cast leading ladies and men in West End shows. The latest of which last night was Oliver opening, which of course you did at the London Palladium in the original run.
Yes.
So would you have gone up for a reality TV casting?
Absolutely. If I was, you know, if I was at the start of my career, I think absolutely I would have done. I can't remember when it was, but I actually did go up for New Faces. God, years ago now. I kind of got through to the last whatever, but never got on the programme. And so, yes, I would definitely do it, because, you know, look at that instantly. Jodie has got choice. Yes. You know, she's known, she's got choice, and that's what happens when you become known for, you know, in your business. For me, I get the privilege of, you know, musicals coming to me first, and then, you know, if I'm right for them, and I get to say yes or no, which is an amazing position to be in. Right. You know, whereas
you've certainly earned that right. I mean, that place, haven't you? It's like,
well, thank you.
You don't. It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Whereas somehow this TV thing has, for many of these performers. I mean, Connie was working in a call centre famously.
Yeah.
You know, it was her first proper job. I know Lee Mead had done a couple of West Ends.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a fast track, this is.
It is a fast track, and also if you look at the power of television, I mean, you know, the first night of Dancing on Ice, I was seen by more people on that one night than my entire career in the West End of audiences. Right. So that tells you, you know, and you know, today I went into the BBC and it's kind of interesting the way round it's come now. You know, I went to the BBC and this guy at the desk when I was checking in said, "You're the judge on Dancing on Ice, aren't you? Can I have your autograph, please?" And it's totally, you know, it's nothing to do with theatre. Yes, it's because I sit on a panel and go, "Ooh, 2 for you," and 5.5, which is very odd to me. But you know, the going into television is, you know, for me, for 2 reasons. You know, number one, because I want more time with my children, and that affords me more time, and it's fun and it's different. And the other thing is, you know, it's an amazing profile raiser because you can do theatre like I have for 22 years, and still there are people who don't go to the theatre and don't know who you are, and so therefore if you want to become somebody who puts bums on seats, you know, you need to raise your profile.
To become famous, yeah. I mean, when you did Broadway, you actually did look at Law and Order, didn't you?
I did.
So how was that?
Do you know what? That was fantastic. It was really fantastic because it was like, you know, dipping a toe in without doing it in England, just in case I was dreadful. And I loved it immediately because it's so different. You know, it's very, you have to do minimum. You know, it's real minimum stuff.
It's just done on the run.
Yeah. And also, you know, you can't be giving it the over the footlights acting. You know, you've got to give it, everything's got to be so pared down. And I played a lesbian book writer, which was fun, who got shot by her lover, actually. No, her lover's husband.